I learned, oh I learned, and now I stand between two worlds that share no common land. Old enough to mourn what used to be, too young to be the ghost that no one sees. Understanding everything, a curious curse to hold. The story isn't tragic, just a little cold. I arrived when the century was shedding its old skin, when want was simply weather, not a wound. You navigate its scarcity the way you navigate kin, with dignity, with silence and a tune. Nobody named the difficulty that would have been excessive. You simply were a leaf and wind was not aggressive. I learned, oh I learned, and now I stand between two worlds that share no common land. Old enough to mourn what used to be, too young to be the ghost that no one sees. Understanding everything, a curious curse to hold. The story isn't tragic, just a little cold. And now I watch this careful, cushioned generation navigate their sorrows with such tools, such language, such deliberate articulation. I find it genuinely beautiful and cruel. Beautiful because someone finally thought to catch them. Cruel because I recognize the world that never reached them. These are not two chapters of one coherent story. They are two different books, two different gods. One built its people quietly, without glory. One tends its people like beloved odds. I walk the corridor between their contradictions, a man of both, belonging to neither's benedictions. They never had to learn what I consider furniture, the art of being small without becoming less, of being perceived without the full signature, of presence held lightly like a breath. The ones born into safety never needed that particular fluency. The jester learned it early and performs it with great accuracy. I learned, oh I learned, and now I stand between two worlds that share no common land. Old enough to mourn what used to be, too young to be the ghost that no one sees.
Ladies and gentlemen, wanderers and witnesses, I come from a place that no longer appears on any map. Not because it was destroyed. No, nothing so dramatic. But because the world simply moved on without it. Where I was born, childhood was not a kingdom. It was a hallway you crossed quickly. Before the wind noticed you were small. We learned early how to fold ourselves, how to take up less space than our shadows, how to laugh before the joke arrived, so no one would ask if we were all right. And yet, we were all right. We had our little theaters, the cracked sidewalks, the borrowed games, the rooms where the lights flickered like shy stars. We had wit, and we had each other, and sometimes that was enough to make the hunger forget itself. But time, that old magician, pulled a curtain between then and now. And when I stepped through it, I found a world padded with softness, a world where children are caught before they fall, where sorrow has vocabulary and pain has a place to sit and be understood. Beautiful, isn't it? And strange, and a little cruel to those of us who learn to walk without a net. So here I stand, a jester between two worlds, bowing to both, belonging to neither, telling stories so the past doesn't vanish and the present doesn't swallow me whole. If you'll lend me your ears, I'll lend you my truth. Not heavy, not tragic, just a little cold around the edges. And now, let me sing you the shape of that corridor.
You look like someone who misplaced the sun. When did you start walking like the day was heavier than the night? I still feel something bright in me, even if it flickers. I still think there's a way out of this corridor. A way out. Kid, the only way out is through, and even that feels like a joke I've told too many times. You still have that spark, that stubborn little flame that refuses to die. I remember it. It kept us alive when nothing else did. But sparks burn fingers, and I've been burned enough to know better. You talk like someone who's already given up. I haven't. I wanna climb out of this in-between place. I wanna find someone who sees me, not just the outline of me. I want love, real love, not the idea of it. Love. Ah, the old trickster. You think it's a door, but it's a revolving one. You walk in hopeful. You walk out missing pieces you didn't know were removable. Love demands sacrifices, and we, you and I, We're born in a world that taught us to survive by holding on to every scrap of ourselves. We don't have pieces to spare. But I feel it. I feel like I could still reach for something warm. I feel like I could still be more than this shadow between two worlds. That feeling is the cruelest part. It's the ghost that walks beside us, the shadow hound that never leaves, the whisper that says maybe when the world says no. You think you want love, but what you really want is escape. A window, a breath, a different script. And what if I do? What if escape is the only honest desire I have? What if I want someone to pull me out of this place? Then you'll drown them. 'Cause you're not asking for love, you're asking for rescue. And rescue is forbidden to those who cannot see the sun. We grew up in a world where you learn to be small, to be perceived instead of seen, to survive by shrinking. That doesn't disappear just because you want it to. Then what do we live for? If not love, if not escape, if not the spark, what's left? Fun, I suppose. Not joy. Joy is too expensive. But fun. A joke here, a trick there, a little dance in the dust between two realities. Life isn't fun anymore, but we can still play. We're jesters. That's what we do. We perform in the hallway between worlds, and the audience is whoever happens to pass by. You're saying lonely. I am. But here's the twist. The loneliness we felt all our life was a lie. We weren't alone, we were just unseen. There's a difference. And the love we dreamed of wasn't real either. It was a story we told ourselves to survive the cold. A warm illusion. A candle drawn on a wall. If love was a lie, and loneliness was a lie, and escape is impossible, what do I hold on to? Hold on to the day ended. Hold on to the darkness that raised us. Not as an enemy, but as a teacher. Hold on to the fact that we're still here, still walking, still talking to each other across time. That's something. Maybe not much, but something. You make it sound like the world is already over. Not over, just changed. The world we were born into doesn't exist anymore. It was rough, poor, sharp, but it had a strange honesty to it. This new world is softer, brighter, but it feels like a stage play where we don't know our lines. We're stuck between them. Not belonging to either book, not tragic, not blessed, just misplaced. And what about the spark in me? What happens to it? It becomes me.
it becomes this tired, cynical, joking creature who still laughs, still performs, still refuses to die. The spark doesn't vanish, it just grows up and learns the cost of burning. So what do we do now? We walk, we talk, we play our little tricks. We survive the way we always have, with wit, with stubbornness, with that strange dignity we learned in the old world. We don't need joy. We don't need love. We just need the next.
I learned, oh I learned, and now I stand between two worlds that share no common land. Old enough to mourn what used to be, too young to be the ghost that no one sees. Understanding everything, a curious curse to hold. The story isn't tragic, just a little cold. I arrived when the century was shedding its old skin, when want was simply weather, not a wound. You navigate its scarcity the way you navigate kin, with dignity, with silence and a tune. Nobody named the difficulty that would have been excessive. You simply were a leaf and wind was not aggressive. I learned, oh I learned, and now I stand between two worlds that share no common land. Old enough to mourn what used to be, too young to be the ghost that no one sees. Understanding everything, a curious curse to hold. The story isn't tragic, just a little cold. And now I watch this careful, cushioned generation navigate their sorrows with such tools, such language, such deliberate articulation. I find it genuinely beautiful and cruel. Beautiful because someone finally thought to catch them. Cruel because I recognize the world that never reached them. These are not two chapters of one coherent story. They are two different books, two different gods. One built its people quietly, without glory. One tends its people like beloved arts. I walk the corridor between their contradictions, a man of both, belonging to neither's benediction.